Hello everyone, this is Jason Navarre, and I know I typically come to you on the platform of 1K today, but I'm actually changing the game up a little bit, or at least just announcing something that's been on my mind for a really long time, and kind of a concept that I've spent a considerable amount of time with, and it's doing a branding type of platform, branding type of community, all based around just improvement, all things improvement. I know that there's no shortage of self-help or personal improvement, or you fill in the blank, whatever it is. There's no shortage of people out there. But as I did more research and realized that there are a lot of people in this space, my approach to it basically adjusted to why not me, right? Why not my voice? Why not the authenticity that I plan to communicate through, the sincerity in which I plan to approach this subject? Because I feel like anyone has relevant experience in this, because we're all on a similar journey. We're all in a similar struggle. And so, like I said, why not? So what's this actually going to look like? I don't know yet. I've been delaying it and putting it off for too long. And so right now I'm just kind of off the cuff, just doing something, just filming this as a bit of a public announcement. I know it's not going to be perfect. I know the video quality is probably terrible. I know the audio is probably terrible, but so what? This is me being vulnerable, me being transparent. I had a unbelievable, incredible, landmark conversation with my wife last night, and it really it just solidifies that this is very important, that what I'm doing right now is very important to me. It's important to us. It's important to everybody that will eventually come in contact with and be exposed to the message that I feel like I have to share. So what are some of the things that are going to be covered in this message and this, on this platform? First and foremost, mental health. Peace. Peace is something that I feel like I have arrived at a relative place of peace, not in a comparison type of way to anyone else, but from a place where I was before to where I am now. It's worlds different, and there's certain things that I've done that have allowed for that, and my plan is just to document that and share it and produce content around it, and welcome and invite other people's opinions on the subject, as long as they're all positive and constructive and growth oriented. Another area is physical, just physical fitness, whatever that looks like. Again, I've been on this 1K today journey for a really long time, and I guess that's the public image of what I've been spending a lot of time with. And my journey in that area started on September 25th, 2016. So it was a long while ago, and I plan to still continue to spend a lot of time in that area as well. I'll give a lot of attention to that for this community and for what I plan to do. In my professional area, I've been a financial advisor for, a number of years now, in and around and involved in people's finances. And as big of a role as it plays in most people's life, I do want to give a considerable amount of attention to it, but I want to make sure that it appropriately fits within everything else, and again, appropriately fits within everything else. And so we'll have open dialogue, welcome some opinions, share some ideas around that, and so that's another area. And a really big area that's so near and dear and important to a lot of people that are going to hear this is relationships. not only relationships on a personal level with other people, but a lot of times we don't give enough attention to the relationship with ourselves and with who we might think about as the creator. And so that's going to be a theme that's going to be involved in this message and involved in what I plan to spend time with. And I'm sure I'm missing something, but those are kind of the areas, right? The overall focus on mental health, the focus on physical fitness, and making sure that we're maintaining a good relationship with our bodies, and then also a relationship with other people, and what those dynamics look like, and then also the relationship that we have with ourselves and the way that we look at and view ourselves, and again, looking at how much time we spend with who we perceive as and who we look to as a creator. And somebody, just about everyone has some version of that for themselves. So again, this is not going to be about me dictating to or giving advice in a way that's just demeaning or opinionated. A lot of the way that I plan to kind of deliver this is going to be I would invite you to consider X. I would invite you to spend more time thinking about this, or this person has a really good idea on how to accomplish this. Hopefully, because you've been exposed to me and the content that I provide, that you would at least give it a look, right? That sort of thing. So building a community around some of those ideas is the vision or the image that I have in mind right now. Again, it's not complete. I know that the quality of this is lacking, but again, that's okay, because why not now? I know that there's a lot going on in the country right now, and my personal view, I know, again, speaking personally, not speaking for anyone else, part of what I will be sharing through this process is the idea of each individual being entirely responsible for what comes out of their mouth, and taking complete responsibility for where they allow their attention to be drawn, and being very protective of what they do allow in and what they do allow to influence them. And I'm going to be an encourager and hopefully an inspirer for people to just spend more time with that. I wanted to also have a lighthearted theme. I want there to be some humor. Hopefully you'll be able to sense some of that. Hopefully I'll be able to communicate some of that, because by nature I tend to be goofy and kind of childlike in how I like to interact and be involved with people. So you should expect and have some of that. It's y'all, I just got a text from Lauren. You're dangerously succeeding at making me happy today. So that's live, like right now. So that makes me really happy. So she doesn't know that this video is going to be posted yet, but we'll see. So again, guys, the theme that I plan on kind of moving forward with this on is something that, again, I'll be able to kind of expand on and unpack this concept more, but it's the idea of being vertically anchored, right? So vertically anchored is a term that I've just kind of, I don't know if you want to call it coined or whatever, but for now, that's what we're going to run with. And so that's where we are. So I hope y'all enjoy the journey. This is also me holding my feet to the fire in saying that this is it. This is the beginning. This is the start to what I plan to make a public message, and in inviting anyone and everyone who wants to participate and be included and be involved to get on board, because again, the general theme of what I plan to do is for each individual that interacts with my content or interacts with me or interacts with anything that I make available to them is done in a spirit of improvement, is done in a spirit of improvement in whatever area that you feel like you'd like to have some assistance or some help on, I'd love to make those resources and whatever other ideas might be available in the marketplace or in the world to be able to help you with those issues. Because for me, again, this message is hopefully going to transcend any religious denomination. It's going to transcend any race. It's going to transcend any sexual orientation. It's going to transcend any ethnic background or country that you might be from. This is going to be, not going to be, it is my vision and my idea of what this looks like is so universal. It's so it has such an orientation in unity and oneness that humans across the board will be brought together as a result of the message that I hope to deliver and share. Welcome. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you've got to this point. Again, I just appreciate you, and I love you all if you've gotten to this point in the message. And I think you'll be able to sense and feel some of my love and compassion for people and for suffering that I see and too often just doesn't maybe get the attention that it deserves. I know that there's a lot of hurting people out there. I know that you might be suffering with a certain thing. I too have my own personal struggles, my own life experiences that are phenomenally painful and just crazy. And again, I'll be able to share more of that, because one of the key components of what I think is lacking in a lot of communication is transparency. And so it's been a very difficult subject for me at times. And Lauren, at some point, I will encourage her and invite her to be able to share more about it, because I think it'll be pivotal, not only for this message, but also for other relationships and for other people to know that it's a very real thing. I was somewhat secretive and kind of would choose to withhold certain information from her that was silly, like little silly, just ridiculous stuff, meaningless stuff that I would just be secretive about and choose to kind of keep under wraps for what reason. I still don't really know. Either way, we're going to spend time with that too, because again, transparency is the idea. Transparency and honesty, especially with your spouse. Like, you and your significant other absolutely have to be on the same page. And part of the reason why I feel like this is now just happening is because, again, as a mentioning point, Lauren and I had an unbelievable conversation last night that really helped me wake up this morning with clarity in a way that I've never had before. And so again, thank you, babe, for that. I know that you're gonna hopefully get to this point in the video. But guys, this is it. Official launch. Vertical anchor is the idea. Thank you all for listening and being here to this point. Again, I know the quality's terrible, but whatever. This is it. So I love y'all. Thank y'all. And there's much more to come. I'll see you.